I'm Saskia Miller.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Hodges.
And we're with Pentales, which is a storytelling organization, storytelling corps of sorts. We conduct narrative experiments and also teach creative writing classes at New York City Parks Department, and hold story events where readers read their stories.
Pentales started approximately 8 months ago. Saskia and I were sitting in a cafe and we wanted to do something very concrete. We wanted to do a little project. So we bought 20 notebooks and created 5 rules. Write a story, 2 pages, you have 5 days, and then pass it on to someone else. Send us an email and let us know where the book is. So we gave the books to 20 great storytellers that we know in New York City and asked them to write 2 pages and pass the books on. And so the books have been traveling the world, and we're tracking them through Google Maps. And we thought, okay, in the meantime, while these books are traveling the world, one's in South Africa, the other is in Sydney, the other is in Berlin, why don't we hold storytelling events? And that's what we've been doing.
My background is in communications broadly. I studied cross-cultural communications in cinema and literature, and at NYU and then in Berlin. And I have a bicultural background. My mother's German, my father's American, so I've always been interested in connecting people through some form of creative content. Stories are one of them. So yeah, I work in marketing, and I also act in TV commercials, but this is a very fulfilling way of bringing my very theoretical masters into fruition.
I graduated from Harvard and studied literature in 2006 and came to New York and started working for a nonprofit in city planning. And so for the last 4 years I've been working in communities throughout the city, and very interested in the space between the individual and the community. And one way to, as Saskia was saying, to bring together people is through communication and through stories, which is a really wonderful way, because you don't really necessarily know that you're connecting in such an obvious way, but you're sharing something personal. And as we saw tonight at this event, people are so incredibly imaginative, and people are interested in listening to other people's stories. It's really exciting listening to 80-year-olds tell stories, and 8-year-olds tell stories, and everyone, no matter what their topic is, shares the same enthusiasm and excitement, and sort of the nervousness of standing in front of a group, but then the confidence of having people listen, and just the fact that people are listening, that creates community, that creates strong individuals. We teach classes in 5 community centers. They're run through the New York City Department of Parks and Recreation. In some of our centers we teach kids ages 8 to 12, and other centers we're teaching adults, anywhere from 50 to 78 or 80. They all, and then in the South Bronx we actually have a group of teens, teenage boys mostly. It's a wide mix, and it's been really great because we're developing a like the Pentales creative writing curriculum, which we hope to share with the wider world for use, for free use.
We run a creative writing program for New York City Parks and Recreation at community centers, and that spans, from 8-year-olds to 80-year-olds, basically. And we have creative writing classes where people get together and read and share their stories. The other thing that we do is more of a social thing, where we invite friends and friends of friends and their friends, and people get together, all ages really, but mainly, I guess, our age group, to share original stories. So they're 2 different things. The next theme coming up is foreign affairs, and I don't know, we thought it sounded cool. So and also we try to choose themes that sound catchy, that are open to interpretation. The last one was crime and punishment, so there were a wide variety of stories, from real confessions, from real crimes to sort of interpretations of what might be seen as a crime. So that was sort of, that's, and then we have love and heartbreak, which is very obviously there are a lot of ways that you can approach that. And coming up after foreign affairs is on the road. So people are going to tell travel stories, and the really exciting thing is that, okay, it's a simple concept. We're bringing people in one room, blah, you're sitting, it's not like, people have been doing this for ages and ages, but we think that it's sort of getting lost, and people don't find the time to do it. So to bring people together in one room to share and listen to stories, listen to music, and play games, writing games,
really gets people's juices going, and people really connect and share, and it's exciting. And this is not only in New York, it's in Paris, and it's in Berlin, it's in Hanoi, it's in Chicago and San Francisco. Like, groups all over the world are starting.
did we say
In London as well. And it's pretty cool, and we really anticipate this to continue to grow, and we hope that our website serves as like a platform to share the stories. But ultimately, it's really about the physical connection of being in a room, taking the time to go to a place, look at somebody, listen to their story, tell their story. You know, all those things that we sometimes forget to do when we're on our iPod all day long.
So we hope that other people in different countries all over the world will start groups. So that if we have, Pentales London, Pentales Iraq, I don't know, but I don't know, some specific, very foreign to us place where we really would like to hear people's stories, that's sort of the idea. So that everyone all over the world is telling stories and sharing them in physical spaces around the same topic, which then gets shared on our website.
So, we'd love for a group to start in Rome and Milan or wherever, anywhere,
So
where somebody.
tell your Italian friends.
Yeah. So if there's somebody who's sort of interested in being an instigator, starting a movement, bringing together their friends, recording the stories, that's exactly what we're looking for, and people are starting to contact us and say, hey, I want to start my own group. It's exciting, and we want thousands of groups because we believe in this. We believe that it's important, and we're excited about all the enthusiasm around this. It's been very organic. We've just, we have a lot of friends who are in the literary world, and we've just, and also just.
It's not just literary.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about it, is that all kinds of people, lawyers who don't normally who don't normally write have read their stories. So it's literary because people are writing, but it's not, stuffy, or it shouldn't be. We hope it's not.
But people have just been sort of contacting us, friends, and sort of like, oh, I have a friend who lives in Paris who would love to do this. I think people are, if you give them sort of the opportunity to do something, they're like, oh, okay, now that I'm part of an organization, I'll do it. But to do it on their own, it's sort of sometimes it's hard to do that. So we're sort of giving them a framework and a platform, to share the works, and we're also giving them the theme, which is cool. And so they go, they can see the stories that were told at their own event, but then also what are the people in Paris saying? And so it's been very organic, and we think that that's the way it's going to continue to grow. That's the way.